Welcome, welcome. Let's try this one more time. Make sure we have a smooth stream. Welcome to Yard Vibes, the people's channel. Yardies supporting Yardies. And we're here to update and see what go on, see if we can network and see what go on with who's family and share information in the comment section and in the live chat. So yeah, without wasting no time, we'll go through some of them videos to see what take place in some of them community, yeah. Hope the stream not about to give out again. So peace, welcome wherever you're joining from. Hope everybody is safe. And let's see, hope you enjoy the stream.
Welcome back. It's now time for Midday Sports.
As the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa unfolds, images of the devastating impacts of one of the strongest storms ever recorded now puts into question the resumption of sports, especially in the western end of the island. Images of the Montego Bay Sports Complex in Catherine Hall shows the entire field and track as well as surrounding areas still flooded and covered in silt and debris. Several sections of the Herbert Morrison Technical High School in St. James also lost its roof. So too for the Manning School in Westmoreland. Images emerged on Tuesday of the St. Elizabeth Technical High School, which lost its roof, along with Edwin Allen High. With cell reception down in western parishes, President of ISA and Principal of STETS Keith Wellington could not be reached. Calls to Chairman of Montego Bay United Yoni Epstein went straight to voicemail. The devastation puts uncertainty around the resumption of the high school sporting season, especially the rural era Da Costa Cup and also the Jamaica Premier League. Reggae Girls head coach Hubert Busby Jr. believes his team was wasteful in attack despite recording a...
Alright, we're not hearing soccer right now. Or football.
Humanitarian flights could begin coming to Jamaica as early as Thursday. That's according to Transport Minister Daryl Vaz. Mr. Vaz was speaking to journalists after touring the Sangster International Airport in St. James.
From all indications, after discussions with the JCAA and AAJ and the operator, that we should be in a position to get the airport back reopened as early as this afternoon. They will finish their assessment and report back to me within an hour and a half, and the country and the world will be told. That is immediately for relief flights, which we have a number of requests pending, and secondly, commercial operations. I've indicated to them that that is priority. There are people that we need to get out. There are people who are here stuck as tourists and locals who are here on vacation that want to go back. And there's a lot of anxious Jamaicans and other persons who want to help that want to get in.
Now, cleanup operations at the Sangster International Airport got underway earlier today. Minister Vaz says there was flooding. However, the damage to the actual facility was minimal. Meanwhile, he says the Norman Manley International Airport remains closed. As for the Ian Fleming Airport in St. Mary, the minister says an assessment will be done and a report provided on Thursday. Kingston Wharves Limited, KWL, says it has faced minimal disruptions and teams are working to restore full functionality while ensuring the safety and readiness of facilities. The terminal and warehouses are being prepared to resume operations tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Okay. Airport are forward back up. Goods have to come in and whatnot.
Welcome back. And
Okay, let's see.
humanitarian.
Let's see what the Prime Minister did that on Instagram. St. James first. This is Catherine Hall area, okay. One of the community are flood out. Oh, I mean, you have got to dig out mud out of your place. That's crazy.
I work at the hospital here. We've been on the road for the last like some and stuff because the hospital mash up. We don't have nowhere. Yes, and see we are trying to get some tarpaulin to see if we can put up on the roof. And the rain coming again. It's terrible. We went through hell last night. I didn't know we would make it to this one, but I give God thanks.
You have got to pick up tarpaulin for hospital. So that my people never prepare for this.
I swear I cry. And I can't get in touch with Shari, so I don't know. She can see this, Shara. Me and Omar and Ajaven is okay. We're not dead or anything. We're just trying to salvage what we can. We'll get in touch with you soon.
All right.
Thank you. I work at the hospital here.
So you have no words. I couldn't say alright. Okay, here's the Prime Minister of Jamaica heading title. I am now in St. Elizabeth and images of destruction are all around. The damage is great, but we are going to devote all our energy to mount a strong recovery. Okay, we'll see. Wow, look upon all this destruction here. Like for now on, everybody just have to deck their house in Jamaica, it seems. Man. But some of them roof are good, some not good. Is this a construction issue or error or whatever? Damn. Black River, wow. This look like a tornado went through this. Every tree flattened. And all them house are like one story gone in the flooding. Look on them flooding there. What a destruction. And the funny thing is somebody got gain from this from all them zinc and roof and board and something. Crazy. One man destruction is another man fortune.
I would say about 90% of it. That would be your estimate. Yeah. About 90% of it. After today's assessment. Maybe this now.
Power line. Some place a months to take them before they even get back no power. Welcome to your advice where I recap everything where Hurricane Melissa do.
These are brand new. These are put up in bed. After bed.
The poles are up.
Yeah. They come up with the pole, they does a bunch of poles.
Crazy work.
I don't know if you want to.
So we walk around.
Yeah, walk around. Let's go through the wall.
Damn, everybody vehicle smash up. Have to be careful like criminal and thieves them time, you know.
Nothing at all happened to us in Kingston.
Nothing.
I see that. I want to thank all of you for your service. I know it must have been a harrowing experience.
Very, very. The most terrifying experience in all my life, and I would not want to see it again.
But you don't report any loss of life.
Thank God. God has been good to us.
So not because of the storm. But obviously, the care that you have taken in protecting the patients would have been I don't know if you have had an opportunity to see the rest of the song, but certainly you would have heard.
Many of us don't know what is happening to our children, our parents, because we are here. We are here.
We just can't hear anything from them. Yeah, we have no movement.
Exactly. I don't think none of us are competent enough to describe what happened. It is beyond imagining. We can't really imagine. At one point you would think that you have some missiles just letting go in the glass. You just see things just going here, there, glass, boom. And in spite of everything, patients are there to take care of. Even after the storm, we have emergencies using lanterns and flashlights. But God has been good to us.
So what we're doing now is the initial assessment of the damage. We have with us the acting Chief of Defense Staff and Brigadier Williams as well. And they are doing their assessment that will feed into ADPEN. Hopefully by tomorrow we will have cleared the routes in to Black River because they're all blocked now. There's no traffic that can come in vehicular from outside. As I'm seeing, some of your transmission towers are down, so telecommunications will be affected. Of course, almost all of your electrical grid is down.
So this is the
No, that's what we're trying to do now. We're doing an assessment to see where we need to put what equipment to move. I know it's rough. I know it's rough for me, but yeah, I have to hold it out now. All right? I have to just hold it out. By tomorrow, however, roads will be open. That's what we're working on. That is something that we could.
Yeah, I can talk to the road bus service once you can get in people definitely.
Yeah. So you're not from here. Where are you from? Oh, yeah, Mount. Oh no, but definitely within the parish, yes, we can provide transportation. Yeah. All right. Yes, within the parish we can do that. All right.
Can run some routes. Can't remember the buses one day.
So
All right, Mr. Prime Minister. All right, let's go back to the local news.
Flights could begin coming to Jamaica as early as Thursday. That's according to Transport Minister Darrell Vaz. Mr. Vaz was speaking to journalists after touring the Sangster International Airport in St. James.
From all indications, after discussions with the JCAA and AAJ and the operator, that we should be in a position to get the airport back reopened as early as this afternoon. They will finish their assessment and report back to me within an hour, hour and a half, and the country and the world will be told. That is immediately for relief flights, which we have a number of requests pending. And secondly, commercial operations. I've indicated to them that that is priority. There are people that we need to get out. There are people who are here stuck as tourists and locals who are here on vacation that want to go back. And there's a lot of anxious Jamaicans and other persons who want to help that want to get in.
Now, cleanup operations at the Sangster International Airport got underway earlier today. Minister Vaz says there was flooding. However, the damage to the actual facility was minimal. Meanwhile, he says the Norman Manley International Airport remains closed. As for the Ian Fleming Airport in St. Mary, the minister says an assessment will be done and a report provided on Thursday. Kingston Wharves Limited, KWL, says it has faced minimal disruptions and teams are working to restore full functionality while ensuring the safety and readiness of facilities. The terminal and warehouses are being prepared to resume operations tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Okay. Man, this was a destruction.
The business district of Montego Bay, St. James, having a major setback this evening after receiving a battering from Hurricane Melissa. Andrea Chisholm is in the second city and now reports.
A boat on dry land, vehicles in a makeshift harbor waiting to take sail. The paradox made possible by Hurricane Melissa. It's the first thing one sees when they enter St. James from the direction of Trelawney. The owner of Scaddy Seafood Restaurant, his workers and other fishermen are still traumatized.
This man me carry water. I said the only thing somebody can help right now the government. Whole heap of loss. Whole of the restaurant broke down.
Last set of people should not look to brother because them are government, yeah.
And the boat, yeah, fisherman, you know, and the boat busting at two.
In the business district of Montego Bay, St. James, stalls in ruins, livelihoods ruined. It's the story of vendors at the Old Shoes Market. Meet Taylor John. As his name suggests, he's a tailor.
Lose millions. Me start with a whole heap. Me lose. Look on bag over there, so.
Just moving.
What's this moving?
Why it treat me terrible, because it's a big disaster we never expect, you know. I never plan for it neither. That's what I say, because I plan for it, we move most of the things, but we never have to move. So I think it never looks so serious as the people was taking.
Because I never use common sense. When you see what happened to Haiti, when you hear much miles per hour, every data show how bad it will be and people still are using feelings over common sense. Nonsense.
They were very excited at the first, but They say Saturday, Friday, but not Saturday, Friday. Yes, what happened?
What how much you lose?
Where we lose, we not know, because we put in loot all the shop. We don't know where we lose it.
They stole stuff from your shop?
Yeah, man, they brought the shop them.
Same thing we talked about from earlier. If them will come out in the numbers.
Them brought the whole shop them and take out the things them out of the people them shop them. In the loot, in the rain. But some of them morning they do it. I couldn't in the night, because it went terrible. So I don't know when them do it, but them do it.
And from one dilemma to another.
There's a lot of debris in the Charles Gordon market. Vendors told me that the Barnett River overflowed its banks and flooded the market with waist-high water. And as you can see, the market is now roofless.
White, wicked, bad, worse than Gilbert. Gilbert, everything in normal, I can see the shop top, everything blow off. In a Gilbert, I come see them young. Kingston I come from, so I stay in the middle down here right now, I can't move. Because I run in my shop, my foot mud up in my shop, mud up, everything mash up and wet up. So it's going to do some clean up, fix up. As them say, I sweep out around my shop, try to make it little bit, you know.
Vendors are already in the rebuilding phase and they're waiting patiently on the St. James Municipal Corporation to do their part as well. Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.
Be a long road to recovery, eh?
Residents in Clarendon are rallying together to help return the parish to some semblance of normalcy in the immediate hours after the passage of Hurricane Melissa. We have the details from Dwayne Anderson.
On Monday and Tuesday, Melissa showed Jamaica its destructive powers. But Wednesday was Jamaicans' turn to show their power, the power of unity and resilience. From Maypen to as far as Crooked River District, residents toiled to clear roads and clean their neighbors' yards. Some used machetes and shovels, others used power tools and tractors.
Man, I work for a morning, brother. I work for the government. You know, so I clear road for the government. Aye, so you know what time it is, because I work for him for a morning.
Why you decide to come out and do this?
Not to clean up the road, man, that's everybody can move. Suppose somebody take sick or whatever to move. We have to try to save life, you know, don't it?
So now,
yes, Papa.
I help yourself?
Yeah, man, we help yourself, man. I want the government to help with too.
In total, this volunteer group cleared 6 roads by mid-afternoon on Wednesday.
The word with you today is volunteerism. You know, if more persons can come out and volunteer to help, because we know the catastrophic event that this hurricane brought on us. So we really and truly have to come together as a community to help ourselves.
This was about everybody come together, hands and heart. We could have moved with the hand, but it did too much for us. The chapter is here now, I'm glad for that.
In many areas, trees hug roads, converting the thoroughfares to single-lane traffic. Fallen rocks also punctuated stretches. In places like Ballards River and New Roads, we observed several houses without roofs. Residents, they do not know how to restart.
It's wicked, because right now half of my house they are growing up there, your house stop. Right now, and see other people around the place, see my brethren house over there, so see, as you can look, you can see top. No top gone, behind you up there, so same way. Everywhere you look, man.
Disaster, destruction.
Disaster, man. Destruction, brother. Mash up, brother. Mash up. Me give God thanks still, because me can't live in a whole house up there. Me have 300 people in a cub up there. And then did the same way. I survive, you understand?
Farmers' cries are also similar.
Every sector has been touched by the passage of Hurricane Melissa here in Clarendon. This was once a thriving banana field. Now there are more banana trees on the ground than there are standing. And to make it more frustrating,
That mean food prices are going through the roof for months.
For the farmer, he had just recovered from the passage of Hurricane Beryl a few months ago.
Big damage.
So how you go? Which part you go start? You know, how you go start back over?
Well, just start all over again. Just that there's not
resilience.
I can do about it more than just start over.
We saw
sure you can't curve a spill milk.
Multiple JPS crews doing assessments throughout the parish. Their workload will also be heavy. Dozens of utility poles bow towards the streets or into people's homes. And inside those homes, thousands of residents are now without power, cut off from the outside world, waiting even as their loved ones wonder if they are well. Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.
Wow. It's like it's gonna be a long road to recovery.
The police high command was also in the parish. Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake and his team assisted to clear roads blocked by trees. The commissioner met with the police from the Black River Police Station, which was damaged during the storm. Preliminary assessments are being made so that refurbishment can begin. The police say despite the unfortunate circumstances, they continue to do their best to ensure law and order as the parish recovers from Hurricane Beryl. Now, our reporter Kirk Wright got a first-hand look at the widespread destruction from above during the aerial tour of the affected areas and now joins us live with the latest. Kirk, what did you see?
Thank you very much. Now, I listened to my colleague's report from St. Elizabeth, and she used the word like devastated, decimated, and I'm thinking, can I coin a different word to describe the devastation I saw? And then I had the opportunity to see from all over the hillside, because a lot of these houses are in the hills. So even the ones in the valleys weren't spared. It was just like the hurricane took the houses.
And we're seeing it now, Kirk. If you can talk us through it, yes.
That's part of St. Elizabeth. I think that's South St. Elizabeth,
right,
closer to Black River. Now it was just pure devastation. And the trees, the hurricane did, serious things to the trees. Nothing was spared, Janela. Everything got a touch of. People say that Hurricane Beryl is a baby to Hurricane Melissa, and that is true. As it relates to electricity, when we spoke with the president of the JPS today, he was shocked. He said the poles, some of the poles, the strongest poles in place, are some of the ones that folded. So he too was shocked because he too did an aerial view. I asked how soon, he expect that, parts of St. Elizabeth and the other parts of the country would get back electricity, and he was not able to say because he said, it's too much. He would need to do a greater assessment before he can give a timeline or anything of the sort. We also toured Sangster International Airport. Sections of the roof in the older part of the building has been damaged. Roof caved in, and causing the parts of the floor to be flooded. Exactly what you're looking at. So a section of the
airport.
The airport will be closed, but the minister insists that the airport has to be open as soon as possible to start taking in relief supplies so people can at least,
make sure it's not for tourists them
get back to some, semblance of normalcy.
All right, thank you.
Okay, where are we at next? Okay, St. Thomas Rivers.
The political representatives in Western St. Thomas say while the parish might have been spared the worst of Hurricane Melissa, but several communities were impacted by flooding. We have more in this report from Jamila Maitland.
Furniture and appliances line a section of Blacksmith Lane in Seaforth, St. Thomas Wednesday morning.
Yo, gone. Big yard, mash up.
Residents were forced to spring into action on Tuesday after the Johnson River overflowed its banks. 3 houses are directly threatened by the river, but Member of Parliament James Robertson says other homes are in danger.
If we lose this spot, meaning as you hear it crumbling, because whilst you're here, a lot fell into the river, we're going to have many more homes lost.
He says the community is not informal. Blacksmith Lane is located off the Seaforth Main Road. It has street lights and proper road network.
These residents were never living on a riverbank. They were in stable areas, and we now need massive river training.
Residents of Danvers Pen in Trinityville also want river training for the Negro River. On Old Road, water rushed through the community, pushing over sandbags,
Regular roadway turning a river.
opening doors and settling in yards. On Wednesday, Councillor Dean Jones provided care packages, but the residents only cared about the river.
Come on, from away from I see the team in a drink from man. The team. And we have to have back in this. Again. Over. It
have to fix. It has to fix. Yeah, man.
Well, the problem is that is the red tape. Is the procurement process that it has to go through.
Mr. Jones revealed that $30 million was allocated by the Prime Minister. However, he wasn't able to provide the status of the project.
As the councillor, along with the Member of Parliament, we have made several representations to the Ministry, to National Work Agency, and today we have not seen anything.
When TVJ News called the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, we were unsuccessful. We were told, however, that communication has been significantly impacted in the parish following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. Jamaica Maitland, TVJ News.
All the money there, nobody know where the money they gone. And cost people more millions of dollars in damage to them place.
A daybreak in Manchester revealed some devastating damages across the parish. Romano Lyons has our story.
A clear blue sky smiles over Manchester for the first time in over 2 days. But on the ground for many, the sun is shining light on mind-boggling damage. For 60 years, Betty Brown
a breeze and water leak out of here, sir.
Called Alligator Pond home. In fact, her veranda used to be right here where I'm standing. But yesterday, more than half of the house was taken by the sea.
Bumbuckler.
Like run out.
Yo.
You couldn't see nothing. The bed gone, the dresser gone, and the house gone. And some of my clothes gone. Like you beg, you go to my cousin and try to tell my cousin the water can't move.
So were you in the house at the time when it was breaking?
I can't come in the house and I run out same time because I couldn't get to see it and I have to run out.
While the sea smashed into concrete, vibrations of earthquake proportions, panic, terror, and heart-racing fear, her life flashed before the tides.
I'm not awake to sleep. Left on the face right now, but I'm not put on me head. You understand? I got me left everything in trust. If you become me that dead, I'm gone, so I feel me have to enjoy myself, me see my life because I not join because me in the house me gone. The John, me that John, that me people never grandpa that John.
At another section, the view from the sky tells the story of a narrow miss for the community, which was listed as a high-risk area ahead of Melissa. Other people living in the community brushed by the sea say it was an experience like no other.
How high the sea.
If there's a nearest sea, I don't know. A lot of roof gone, but a lot of roof still there, so near. So is it like a workman and inspection issue why so much roof gone?
It wasn't. Everybody thinks the house gone because my nephew start crying. And I said, do God, help we. Because I alone can help we in this because it's the first time experiencing something like this.
I thought the world was coming to an end, man. It was crazy. It was harder. It was real. It was like at the end of the world. You know? All we had to do was to pray and we couldn't even come outside.
In a community called Turnatop, more devastation. This was a 3-bedroom home that held a family together, but now it's total despair.
When me inside, me see when the top going down, go so rocks on it goes, so then it just zip over, so and then the ceiling just come right down for me. I have to run out, I have to tear through the door and run out. And just keep moving, and so the wheels are going, everything just go over. On this side, they just go straight over everything, so it's like they're going up over this.
This road is called Mayhill. It's a route used by taxi drivers and some residents to get to Alligator Pond in Manchester. From what we're hearing now and what we're seeing, it's impossible.
Yeah, Lane Road.
When your canoe look like you can't take it through this, yo.
Devastated, bad. Water is about 10 feet or more. So nobody come here, so like them want to try to go across it, don't try it. Don't test it, because you're going to drown. So, from now, anybody where come, don't cross Lane Road.
Excuse me.
It is 1 mile as well, lock off with water. Water come up to people's house, backseat. So, brother, I tell you, it's the worst thing we never see from our band.
It seems this police vehicle is trying to brave the waters to get to a different location. We're not sure if it's going to work out. And as you can see, it didn't work out. The vehicle is now reversing. So more signs are a bigger warning that this road is impassable. The night before, cars turned into boats.
A vehicle was in front of me, so I was following behind that vehicle. And I see the vehicle going through, but all of a sudden I see the vehicle start float. So I stop, catch a reverse, and the vehicle won't go down reverse until the water start taking my vehicle. And it take it away from both seas to a light post. And when I do get out of my vehicle and come out of the water was under my arm. Breeze. Rain from Sunday night straight through. The storm now hit me hungry from yesterday. From Sunday night I can't come out nor nothing.
I'm here with Mr. Ellis in Spur Tree, Manchester, right?
Yeah, on Spur Tree, yeah.
Property was badly damaged. He's giving us a tour. All right, so Mr. Ellis, you can go.
All these zinc blow away. Everything. See this spot? Yeah, but a lot of hardware stuff. You see there? A lot of hardware stuff. Mostly tile fittings. See the door, expensive door. So everything wet up, you know.
Wow. Portland and St. Mary not spared by Hurricane Melissa. When I go down the line then we see where international are going with.
We move to the eastern side of the island. It was not spared the brunt of Hurricane Melissa. Anthony Lugg was in Portland and St. Mary and filed this report.
From the Rio Grande Valley to Manchester, Portland, the story is the same. Roofs peeled off, crops destroyed, and landslides.
Auntie Melissa, I don't know nothing that is good, but the next thing, we have to just give God thanks. We have life, that is the greatest thing.
Traveling into St. Mary, the trail of devastation continued. Heavy rains and intense winds triggered flooding, while landslides sent massive boulders tumbling in some areas. That aside, it seems like these which have left some residents concerned about the future of the country's food security. Farms have been ravaged by Hurricane Melissa. Take a look at this aerial view of one of the largest banana farms in the island. It's early days.
Clean, everything flattened. Wow. Banana price are there through the roof.
Banana farms in the island. It's early days yet, but already some farmers are carrying out assessments. Banana is a delicacy, whether they're green or ripe. Many Jamaicans enjoy them even as byproducts, as chips. But after Hurricane Melissa, only a few are standing. I'm now in the Jamaica Producers Farm in St. Mary, one of the largest producers of bananas in the country. And this farm has been significantly impacted. It's clear that in a matter of days, Jamaicans could be feeling the pinch. We then tried to make our way to the junction. That journey required great skill, as fallen trees and other debris littered the roadway. But we didn't make it far. By the time we got to Friendship Gap, delays. Motorists and residents looked on as representatives from the National Works Agency worked tirelessly. The task, some big, enforcement had to be called in.
And we all pitch in as a community. We have a truck, we have a van, we have cars. It's like a motorcade of persons coming with cutlass, shovel. We have a saw.
That's very good for see people that work together, though,
the power saws and the manpower.
So traffic has come to a standstill here in the Friendship Gap area in St. Mary. Motorists have been stuck in traffic for more than 2 hours in some cases as they wait for these heavy-duty equipment to remove a fallen tree from outside the roadway.
I'm very frustrated and I want to leave, but can't. I want to call my colleague, but I can't call. There's no signal, so I just have to wait.
and have patience.
Eventually we made it through, but not without challenges. In the hills of St. Andrew, landslides and boulders say it all. And by all indication, persistent rainfall in the area could cause more damage. As the cleanup continues, the eastern parishes stand battered but determined. Though Hurricane Melissa made landfall to the west, the reach and wrath were felt in the east, a stark reminder that no corner of the island was left untouched. Anthony Lug, TVJ News.
Okay, keep it going.
We move to the...
Alright, let's see where international I say. Hurricane Melissa. Jamaica.
Our George Solis spent the day making his way to hard-hit Santa Cruz. And George, we're already seeing some of that damage behind you.
Tom, we're in hard-hit Santa Cruz. Buildings here devastated. This one right here used to be standing. You can see now it is nothing but debris and rubble. Roadways here very treacherous to get in and around different neighborhoods. And there are still parts of this island that are virtually inaccessible.
Tonight, the first look at Melissa's catastrophic trail of destruction through Jamaica.
It was horrible, horrific, terrifying, the worst day of my entire life.
Homes surrounded by water, roofs ripped off, street after street littered with debris.
Food, everything gone, everything gone.
Officials say at least 5 bodies were found today, one an infant. We set out from Kingston this morning to get as close to the town where Melissa made landfall as we could.
This is what some of the highways look like heading into western Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa. Jamaican police using chainsaws to clear some of the heaviest debris off the highways.
As we got closer to ground zero, it got even worse.
I'm here in the town of Santa Cruz, one of the hardest hit by Hurricane Melissa. Part of the roadway here covered in mud, bringing traffic to a standstill in some parts. Residents taking it upon themselves to help with the cleanup.
Chadley Brown describing how he got to safety.
Water inside. We up here, so you have to swim. Yeah.
You had to swim?
Yeah.
But as we got on the road again, a sudden stop.
This right here, the end of the road, we were trying to make it to Black River, but you can see this power line here, one of many obstructions in the roadway. You can see traffic as far as the eye can see. We can go no further.
The monster Category 5 storm plunged 77% of the island into the dark, making communication with the hardest hit areas difficult, including Black River. This video was taken inside the police station there as Melissa hit. The hallways inundated with water. Today, workers pushed ambulances up Black River's blocked and muddy roads. And take a look at the eerie scene inside the Montego Bay Airport.
Crazy work.
Water pouring through the roof. So many Americans who traveled there for vacation now stuck.
It's devastating, and I honestly thought I was going to die.
At the Catalonia Hotel, the ceiling
Well, I mean, I have no words that I can't do. I just watch.
is shredded, the restaurant torn apart. David Watkins is stranded with his wife and 2 young sons in Montego Bay.
Right now, we're just in survival mode, trying to find a way out.
Tom just spoke with hotel owner Houston Moncure, who sheltered in a bathtub with his wife and infant son. That had to be incredibly scary as a new father.
I didn't know what it was going to be like for him. My wife and I just did our best to stay calm.
Meanwhile, in Haiti, Melissa's devastating impact coming into focus. The death toll there now 23. And Hurricane Melissa is still barreling through the Caribbean, making a second landfall in Cuba early this morning as a Category 3, causing dangerous flash floods and reducing homes to rubble. It was hell all night, this man says. It will take a long time to recover.
Tom, the airports in Ocho Rios and Kingston will reopen for commercial flights tomorrow. As for the airport in Montego Bay, well, parts of it were badly damaged, so it's still unclear when commercial flights will take off from there. Tom?
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay up.
Wow, stay updated on Yard Vibes, you know? Wow.
and as we speak, video is pouring in of what Melissa was able to do to the coast of Jamaica.
And storm surge reaching more than 10 feet during the peak of that storm. Local 10's Leanne Monahan is in our newsroom now with much more on that. Leanne.
More than a day after the storm's landfall, we're starting to get a better look at how badly Melissa battered Jamaica, particularly in the southwestern portion of the island. A drone captured this video in Jamaica's St. Elizabeth Parish, located in that hard-hit southwestern quadrant. You can see there a long line of cars making their way through inches of water, and surrounding that you can see extensive flooding, fallen trees, damaged buildings, and debris as well. Another piece of drone video for you, this time out of Montego Bay on the northwestern coast, another area with heavy damage and several feet of storm surge affecting it. You can see some cars actually piled up there in the center just a moment ago, almost looking like toys scattered in a child's bedroom. Many trees down and roofs to homes and buildings torn off as well. And this is video out of Manchester, where you can see a man wading in the water there. There are trees and power lines down as well. Another area heavily impacted. You can also see that home there with its roof destroyed, someone sitting on top of it. He's going to wave to the camera there in just a second. A lot of flooding still persists as people try to make their way around despite the danger.
Presently, just about 73% or about 600,000 Jamaicans are without electricity. In 2 parishes, electricity is up. We have water in some parishes. But in our bread basket, where our economy depends heavily on agriculture, that parish is devastated. The capital of St. Elizabeth, Black River, has been totally destroyed. Hospitals.
And officials say roughly 75% of Jamaicans are without power, and around 25,000 tourists are also still stranded with major airports closed. We are also learning, according to the Associated Press, that there are about 5 deaths associated to this storm in Jamaica. In the newsroom, Leanne Morejon, Local 10 News.
Okay, Leanne, thanks.
One is too many. Apocalyptic.
The images we're seeing from neighborhoods in Jamaica in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa reveal absolute destruction. Gates of homes immersed in murky waters, driveways and the roads beyond them invisible. Joining me now is Lisa Hanna, a Jamaican resident and former Jamaican politician stuck in Florida right now, waiting for word on when she can return home. Lisa, it's good to have you here. I know you've been talking to folks on the ground in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. What are you hearing? What are they telling you? And can you reach everybody you want to hear from?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the program. Yes, my flights were canceled on Sunday morning, and a number of us as Jamaicans are stuck in the United States. What we're hearing on the ground, for those of us who can get in touch with family members, is the devastation is almost apocalyptic. So the south of the island and the western sides of the island, you know, if you're familiar with Jamaica, places like St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, Montego Bay, Hanover, and certainly in St. Elizabeth, those are areas that tourists would frequent. Those were the areas where the eye passed over and were hit hardest. Certainly the eastern side of the island, places like Kingston, where about 1 million Jamaicans live, and places like St. Mary and St. Thomas and parts of St. Catherine were not as badly damaged. But certainly we've seen hurricanes before as Jamaicans and tropical storms. We've never seen anything like this. Certainly roofs are completely gone. Roadways are completely gone. People are now getting out there. But the community spirit in Jamaica is very, very high. We're resilient. We're courageous people. The government has now given the all clear for utility systems to get back up and running, for supermarkets.
No, I hear you know the America. I hear people with the panic ground attack.
Morning, morning, morning! Morning!
On boat.
There's a nuclear bomb that with them are testing the water.
Nuclear bomb testing the water, all them madness. Wow, water and rain. You say a concrete house get shook up, man. Pole broke. Insane. You don't think say a junkyard where you hardly carry them. This is so sad, man. That's some
Today I'm
sad,
in the region
sad.
assessing the damage caused by Hurricane Melissa. It has been devastating.
I realized that it was leaking. So we send out my kids them. So I send out my kids them, pull up a water inside here, and next just licking at the fly and lick out this side here. So lick out this side here, now the breeze are going right through the house, so the breeze now just start blow down everywhere else. So the big tree now it catch fire after a while, it wall house only that's you know going further. So see brother, my father me and the kids them come out this morning and try so we can do clean.
How many children?
I have 2 daughters.
Nobody was hurt in this.
No, I send them out from the house starting to rock. I send them out because the floor and everywhere broke up. So I tell them to go around daddy. If anything got worse, I will come around.
And about what time this happened?
Oh.
Vacation, but
And you've never experienced a category?
The United States is sending rescue and response teams to the Caribbean following Hurricane Melissa. At least
what is getting sent?
25 people are dead in Haiti after a river overflowed and flooded homes. In Jamaica, officials say 77% of that country is without power. There have been no confirmed deaths since landfall, though search and rescue teams are still trying to reach parts of that island. Jason Allen is in Santa Cruz, Jamaica.
Video from above the fishing village of Alligator Pond shows massive destruction. And on the ground,
Roof has gone, clothes has wet up. I need some help. Please, I need some help.
power lines are down across Jamaica, roads covered in mud and water, and homes damaged or destroyed. Tourists captured the damage throughout the island's hotels and resorts. Melissa came ashore as a Category 5 hurricane Tuesday, with wind gusts topping 200 miles an hour. The storm damaged several buildings at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Students and teachers at this high school sheltered in a concrete building. This is their classroom. The roof ripped off and the walls are now piled onto all of the desks and chairs where they would have been sitting on a normal day.
So it's important that we get back to some level of normalcy.
Principal Keith Wellington told us he wants to find a way to keep the school's senior class together.
It's not even just about school and getting to do their exams, but the period of socialization, what they go through when they're at school with their friends. It helps them mentally.
Jamaican authorities say 25,000 people here are in shelters, and they are working on a long-term housing plan.
No one must be turned back from the shelters. No one.
There are similar scenes in Cuba, where 700,000 are in shelters after Melissa made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane. As a Category 3 shelters after Melissa made Cuba, where 700,000 are in shelters after Melissa made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane. The storm, seen here from the International Space Station, is moving over the Bahamas and will reach Bermuda on Thursday.
4 hospitals in Jamaica were damaged, but officials say a baby was born at one of those hospitals in the middle of the storm. Both baby and mom are doing well.
I don't know how much of this I can watch for tonight. God, this shit is heavy.
After slowly creeping towards Jamaica, 185 miles per hour. It weakened as it passed over the island, but the infrastructure Elizabeth in the southeast is
St. Elizabeth is the breadbasket of the country, and that
damage and loss of life will become apparent in the coming hours. Hampering recovery efforts are widespread power outages across the island. The parish of St. Elizabeth in the southeast is one of the worst hit areas. The coastal district is described as being underwater by officials. Power lines leaning precariously over flooded, debris-filled streets, making access for responders difficult. Capital Kingston in the east of the island was spared the eye of the storm, but has still suffered significant damage.
The fact that we take a wide turn and go around, it benefit me. I'm really sorry for who it really touched, because they're my fellow Jamaicans and we are in love. Trust me, it's not no joke.
Help is on the way, with aid agencies and foreign governments on standby to support this nation of almost 3 million people.
We know that we will have a lot of commitment coming from overseas. We will have enough hands on board and a very well put together plan to ensure that when supplies are in country, that they are not backing up on the ports.
Melissa was downgraded to a Category 3 hurricane as it made landfall in southeast Cuba miles per hour. Over 700,000 Cubans were
Jamaicans say the Cubans might take this thing serious.
evacuated, with local authorities declaring a state of alert in 6 eastern provinces.
You're looking at the sea as it is right now. We've had to move things from the house to higher ground. We're sheltering the animals to prevent them from drowning in case the tide rises and the water comes in.
Cuba's president appeared on state TV to warn people of the damage to come.
We want to stress again how big this event is and the need.
And says it will provide assistance in the coming days. The storm will now lose power as it crosses towards Bermuda and the Bahamas before heading off into the Atlantic. Scientists agree that while climate change is not expected to increase the number of hurricanes that strike each year, warmer ocean temperatures will intensify those that do form, and a warmer atmosphere can hold more moisture, meaning storms can produce heavier rainfall and flooding. Sea level rises are also making coastal communities more vulnerable to storm surges. The UN is again issuing warnings over climate change ahead of COP30 in Brazil next month. Only 64 countries have submitted.
Wow. .
Apologize for that live report. We'll check back in with Samir on that very important story in just a moment. But now to the catastrophe in the Caribbean. Hurricane Melissa leaving a trail of destruction in Jamaica. Homes destroyed, many areas flooded, and deaths in that region. And it is not just Jamaica being affected. Major flooding swamping parts of Cuba as the storm made landfall there overnight after already bringing destruction to Jamaica.
And this is the latest track for Hurricane Melissa as it moves through the Bahamas tonight. We have team coverage with the latest path for Melissa and how people.
I went through a lot of hurricanes, but this is probably the worst one I went through.
Riyad Muhammad is from Pembroke Pines and rode out the storm from inside his hotel room.
Because it was so intense, and I mean, the damage, imagine the damage here. I could imagine where's other places where the structure is not as strong.
The monster storm causing all this mess in downtown Montego Bay, where stoplights are out and power lines are down. The damage is all around us. In this community right here, roofs came crashing down. There is wood, nails, debris just all over the place. And look at this. It used to be a bus stand, but it folded when that storm roared in. The damage is destructive and widespread. Water gushes from the street as people remember Melissa's fierce strength.
We're lying down on the bed and all of a sudden, boom, everything, the windows shattered, everything. Like, thank God we had the mattress and everything there because the glass would have came at us.
What we're doing now is the initial assessment of the damage.
Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness posting videos to social media as he surveys the damage in St. Elizabeth. Homes
Depends heavily on agriculture. That parish is devastated. The capital of St. Elizabeth, Black River, has been totally
Also in St. Elizabeth, a long line of cars navigated through inches of water, surrounded by extensive flooding, falling trees, and debris. Melissa's Category 5 winds and storm surge caused extensive damage to the southwestern part of the island.
Hospitals have been affected, schools have been affected, police stations, fire stations.
More than 75% of Jamaica Public Service customers were without power Tuesday, with thousands filling emergency shelters. Around 25,000 tourists also still stranded, with major airports closed. Yeah, back out here live in Montego Bay, we have been talking to people, tourists who survived the storm, who say that they were inside their hotel rooms and the back balcony exploded and so did their front door. It was really a story to tell. And they woke up this morning, you all, talking with one another, hugging with one another. These are people from all over the globe mixing with Jamaicans here, so there is a sense of community. But there's also a sense of worry because tonight, happening right now, people are going into those vulnerable communities that are hard to get into, that don't have cell phone receptions right now.
I mean, even the much chatting that every day, man, so if you was watch.
The storm came in with a brutal roar as Hurricane Melissa made landfall in Jamaica, a country already familiar with nature's temper, but caught off guard by an event of unprecedented force. With sustained...
It wasn't caught on guard. They knew about it. You see what happened in Haiti? You see what happened in Dominican Republic? But they just want to be stubborn.
Winds clocking at 185 miles per hour, 295 kilometers per hour. Entire neighborhoods were submerged. The roofs conditions are hampering access, and some rescue operations have been delayed. Floodwaters carry hidden threats. In addition to swift currents and deep inundation, warnings are being issued about animals displaced by the deluge crocodiles in flood-prone areas and other wildlife swept from their habitats. Elizabeth, where much of the country's food is grown, are now underwater or demolished. Fields of crops lie ruined.
Looking outside, in my house, looking outside, and there.
And sustaining food supply.
Melissa, Lord of His mercy, Melissa, look on the man, them a walking on the weather. Melissa, man, everywhere the work of them. Lord, Melissa, behave no man.
In generations. When the storm is this strong, pre-planning only goes so far. Climate scientists are pointing.
Wow. Look at that. Any one of them currently catch a gun. We don't get fucked like when we can't swim.
And humanitarian organizations and whole house
airport
coordinate losses. The nation will need.
Apologize for that live report. We'll check back in.
Shit was real.
And this is not good on the baby them day here. We need help. We're tired of this.
We have a 4-year-old.
We're tired of this.
4-year-old.
Look, man, we also baby them can't beard. No, we can't beard. We cannot style this. We need help. We need help. We place need to clear roads. This not good. This can't go. Watch it. Can't go. Clear muddy water. Watch it. In our house? Come on, man. This not good for it.
I understand your frustration, but who did that? Who you mad at?
Oh, from last night nobody not sleep. Watch that. Watch that. Yo, idiot. Yeah, look, me shop everything. Like we have to get serious that thing for help. Yeah, watch out the tree. Watch that.
Hey, this way. Hello, this way. This way.
Unbelievable.
This way, right in. This way.
Yep.
Right in.
This is just terrible.
Right in. In there, sort of. You give it here.
My God. Oh my Lord.
All. Everything lift up. This side way.
Damn.
This side way. We need help to take them out. They're no good.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk back out, okay? Because But thank you for showing me this. I'm going to have to go back to our vehicle because we have a live report coming up and we're going to try to get this.
Crazy work. All right, we continue another time, maybe tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you for who passing through. Big up everybody who, if you happen to watch a replay All the new subscribers, everybody bless up. Have a good one and hope you stay safe and hear from your family members. Peace.